Hey there, Twitch Radio 407 south side of Seattle up here. Sorry about the smoke in the thing. We're using our little phone here to hopefully get some HD video here. Today's video is about these CB boxes, bug out boxes, whatever you want to call them. And these are just prototypes. I know they're not waterproof, blah blah blah. Okay. Either way, long story short, we got the radio equipment in one box, power equipment in one box, and the battery will end up in the box. This is just how I have it set up for now. Just kind of testing the size of everything and how big a box needs to be, how much extra storage I need for, you know, because you always need an extra amp, which is over there, and you always need an extra radio, which is right here. And that's just a Bearcat. And here today we have the Magnum S9. And it's just a 40-watt model, and I find these ones are a little bit more better, and they don't blow up on ya. We have the Dosi TR200, TR standing for trucker, and they are, I mean, I have a somewhat big hand, but let me see if I back up. I mean, it's, I'm sorry, I'm not good at cameras. I never said it was. It's not too big. It's big enough to see it. And it has your SWR, your mod settings, and all the way up to 2 kilowatts, and you're good to go. You know, and it's even lit up in there. I'm gonna change those out for blues, and I just have a scanner in there. That could be a scanner, 2 meter, all the way down to your centimeter. You know, your Kenwood, Yaesu, whatever the hell you use. I don't really know. I mean, if it was me, I would put a 400 to 480 meg. Transmitter in their ham radio for the business bands and stuff, because you know how many people out there in an emergency situation actually have those little teeny radios that your kids use out camping. Over here we have the 4-pill Magnum by Palomar. It's a 1984, 1985, somewhere in there, and it has the 1446s. They get about 375, 300 watts out of it, which it ain't too bad, and that's all the way turned up to max. And that's just for general use, and I'm gonna go with something a little smaller, a little newer, you know. But under here we have the intake fan and the extake fan. The intake is the bigger one because it circulates the air through a little faster, and that's just to pull some of the heat away. And it's just on a cookie thing right now. Now with this box later, it's going to be waterproof. It's going to be heavy duty. It's going to have extra storage between, I mean, the amps are going to be in here, and everything's going to be in there to where it's not going to be jumbled around, and, you know, it's going to look professional. It's going to have a rack system to where everything bolts together with either, you know, your standard CB type of holders, and custom make some diamond plate stuff to put in there. Everything's going to be stainless steel. There's going to be a moisture system that will keep the moisture out of the box when operational. I'm not going to be responsible for what happens after that, but you know, I'm tinkering and just seeing how things fit, and then I'm thinking about making an extra area somewhere between the radio equipment and that, to have a separate box where you go in the back of it. You can open up the back of the box and, you know, have an extra radio and amp and cords and whatever else, you know, extra mic. But yeah, speakers will be built into the box, handles a antenna system that is portable enough to go about at least 10 feet off the ground. I mean, use some kind of elevation, and they're going to be the same length as the boxes. And I'm going to make it to where, you know, I'm going to find a smaller antenna that can handle at least 200 watts, and I always say double it, so 500 watts. That way you can run at least a 200, 300 watt radio through it, and you're fine. And let me turn this down, sorry. Over here, we got the power supply area. One good power supply in here will be bolted down with the power strip and optional setup in here to so you can have your power supply going depending on which radios you're running and stuff like that. The battery will not be down in there. It will be in the box. It will be vented. And optional speakers will be put on this box too, in case you want to grab yourself a little tiny radio like I use. Use one of these. Excuse the mess and the drinks and stuff up here, but I use one of these little teeny radios you can get at the Rad Shack store. Put a little AUX cable out so you can plug it in and use it, and make sure it runs off a 12 volt or batteries or whatnot, or a crank rate. It doesn't matter really. And that way you can plug in that and you can listen to the radio and see what the hell's going on in the world outside of you. And I'm guessing people would buy these for the general purpose of bugging out. I mean, it's good to have a ham radio, and you know, I mean, you can even fit a ham, a scanner, and an actual radio in here, and you can make it to where, I'm going to make it to where each one of those have little portable antennas that will stick out the back, and you can screw them on with the regular coax, or you can just take it on off and plug in a bigger antenna like, you know, your base antennas. But yeah, all the power supply stuff will be in here. They will be illuminated with LED lights, low power, well, 12 volt, but they'll all be, everything will be 12 volt. And they'll be illuminated. Each box will have a whatever color. Fans will be a certain color if you're into that and you want everything lit up and nice and bright. I'm going to make this to where, you know, the battery can just be switched on and off, and extra storage, and, you know, all the goodies. So, yeah, that's just a general idea. I'm just looking for ideas. I know they do make some of these boxes out there. They're metal and plastic, and you know, but I actually had one of those road travel kits that you can buy from like Copper Electronics and stuff. I bought one, and my kid went and jumped on it. Boom! It cracked in half. So I'm gonna make this out of some really good wood that is going to be treated, and hopefully I'm going to shoot my dog, next door neighbor's dog, but I'm going to treat him with a fiberglass or something. And I just want something more heavy duty. Shit, if you have to, I want you to be able to stack these up on top of each other so you can reach those apples out of the trees up here in Washington State. But yep, that's all I got for you right now. Lighter hanging off the side, mic hanging off the side, you know. It's like I said, it's prototype. I'm just built these just to get a general idea layout. But this is Twitch Radio 407 up here, south side of Seattle, working this Magnum and the Magnum. And you all have a good day. Hopefully I'll catch you out there on the radio. Catch you later.